almost have forced accountability, because if you're sleeping with somebody you know that you don't want to be with, you know that you don't want to have a kid by, most times it's not the man's choice. It's the woman's choice.
It's the man's choice.
No. If you shoot up the club, you shoot up the club.
He shot up the club.
Sometimes, you know how hard it is? There's 4 days in the month that we're able to get pregnant.
He still shot up the club.
Again.
So this goes back to both sides, right? It goes back to both sides. And also, I feel like, when are we going to start acknowledging you knew you didn't want to get pregnant? He knew he didn't want to get you pregnant. Y'all were both not taking accountability for the actions that you were taking in the bedroom. And now you birthed the baby. Who's going to take that accountability? But I also feel like it's not fair for men for us to be like, well, he's not taking accountability in this situation, because I believe, and y'all can crucify me if you want to, it is up to a woman if she gets pregnant or not.
Let me give you an example.
And it's our responsibility to take care of that.
Let me give you an example.
1,000%. It's my body, my choice. Why is that only when it's convenient?
So if you don't think it's 50-50.
Right. I think that's a good point. That's a good point. Before, I'm gonna just say that I think that when it comes to birthing a baby, we're dealing with something that is obviously on both parties, right? It's on both parties. Both parties are held accountable. Both parties are responsible. Sexual intercourse is a two-person thing. So when you and the other person decide to lay down and do the horizontal yoga, then guess what? A baby is likely to come out if you don't use the proper protections. And given that this is 2025, there is a plethora of contraceptives and pregnancy prevention tactics. So therefore, if you end up with a baby, then it's just because you just were being irresponsible. Because, I mean, let's be for real. You don't still think that babies come on storks, do you? You understand that if you have sex, that there's a possibility that you can that you can have a baby, right? So we're just going to understand that, or assume that this is adults talking at the table, and understand that you can't just say it's the man's fault, and you can't just say it's the woman's fault. You have to look at both. It's both people's fault. But the issue is, what she pointed out, is that women only want men to be accountable selectively. That's the problem. It's selective accountability for men. And we aren't the ones that get to select it. Because at the end of the day, we're held accountable when you're dealing with child support. You're held accountable. Oh, look, it's the truth. Men are only held accountable when it's convenient. I'm getting too deep. But at the end of the day, whose fault is it? You can't have sex. At the end of the day, if a woman doesn't open her legs, then unless he, does the unthinkable, then she does have access to her body. She controls access to her body. If she doesn't give that man access to her body, then guess what? There's no chance that they'll ever have kids in the first place. But I don't know. Let's hear what these people got to say.
Really? I think the man's responsibility on the front end, right? Yo, you slid in raw.
Right.
That's number one.
But why are we letting a man slide in raw? It's my responsibility.
Number two, you shot up the club.
Why are you letting a man shoot up your club? That's my responsibility.
But you have a lot of women who are having sex that say they both had the option to choose to have sex that wasn't protected. A lot of women don't know that a man is going to shoot up the club. A lot of women don't even want to have a baby, and men do that to trap them.
Right.
So to say that it completely exonerates the man and put that decision solely on the woman, that's a lack of accountability, because both parties have to be held accountable. We both made a decision. Right? We both made a decision. We both have a baby. But if you have sex, then you assume that a baby is going to happen, because you're only supposed to have sex for the procreation of a baby. Right. So that means both people are held accountable.
I need to make this point. This is a very important point. And it goes back to your point, because we're mainly talking about men being accountable. And then I said,
that's not true. Scientifically, that's not true. There are numerous examples in nature that you can see of animals that engage in recreational sex. So that's not true. It's not only for the purpose. It's for the purpose of reproduction. It's not the only purpose.
The woman takes the child away from the man, where he can't be accountable because he can't see his child. My own father, we was in Philly. I was good. My dad was literally raising me.
Let go.
I think she did some super conflating in order to make that point. Because she went to the extreme. Because I think that's like taking a condom off and coming inside somebody. I dare to think that's an assault case, if I'm not mistaken. Like it's called sheathing or something like that. That's a crime. So for her to go to a crime to make her point, I think that was disingenuous as fuck.
Yeah, they call it stealthing.
Stealthing, yeah.
No. It wasn't, because that almost happened to me.
It happened to me.
It happened.
Niggas be doing that. What are we talking about right now?
What I remember is women begging me to take the condom off. I never snuck and took a condom off a day of my life.
Probably not you, but men do that.
There's men and women who both do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I didn't get up and run,
you know,
like if I literally didn't get up and like scoop across the bed, he would have did it. Men do that.
Keep your heart.
You gotta understand.
I would like to point out that in the current day and age, it is a lot of conversation that the new locker room talk is like, oh, she bad as hell, I'ma sit her down. Oh, she thinks she finna go outside and have a hot girl summer, I'ma sit her down. Oh, the only way somebody will know that you slept with a baddie or know that you like because you have to understand, like put it like this.
How you know?
When you can use celebrities for an
how you know? how do you know? I'm curious. How do you know?
Example, right? Celebrities look at the women that are in their circle, and the only way that you have proof that you slept with them is to sit them down. And that's the kind of stuff that some men, not all of course, are having conversations and plotting to do because they want to be attached to a woman that looks so good. She's the trophy baby mama is the new term, I guess you would almost call it. Like, that's what's happening. That's some of the conversations that are going on. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that that's like the majority, but we are talking, we have to take account for maybe like when you're in your 30s, you aren't a part of a conversation that a dumb.
You know what? This is why I stopped watching these shows. I got this Spidey sense. She a pookie picker. I could tell.
Ass 24-year-old is having, and those are the people that are now at their prime to make kids.
What's more? Men are always damn near in this prime to make kids. But what's more likely? For a man to get tricked into getting somebody pregnant, or a man to trick somebody into, like, is it more likely for a woman to get pregnant on purpose, knowing the man didn't want one, or a man to impregnate a woman who didn't want a baby?
But I feel like that's not a real thing in this day and age either, because all I see is so many people saying that like they're upset about women because.
Or a man to trick somebody into, like, for a man to get tricked into getting somebody pregnant, or a man to trick somebody into, like, is it more likely for a woman to get pregnant on purpose, knowing the man didn't want one, or a man to impregnate a woman who didn't want a baby?
But I feel like that's not a real thing in this day and age either, because.
Why can't you just answer the question? Why can't you answer the question? Seriously, why can't she answer the question? He asked you a simple question. Which one do you think is more likely? Do you think it's more likely for, like, I don't know. I'm confused. I'm watching from the outside in. Maybe the connection was lagging or something, but I'm not shooting her no bell. Listen, fool. Is it more likely for a woman to trap a man with a baby, or is it more likely for a woman to get trapped by a man with a baby? Like, come on, which one's more likely?
All I see is so many people saying that like they're upset about women not wanting to get pregnant. Women are literally running to the clinic, to other states to have abortions. Women are advocating for like, fuck these kids, give it back to God. I know we didn't see them memes. I know we didn't see them jokes. Like everybody's saying that stuff. So it's like women aren't trying to trap men like the way that it may have been in the early 2000s or the 90s.
Why can't they just not have sex? I'm just saying, why can't they just be celibate? It'll solve the whole problem if they don't want to get pregnant.
People like sex.
But they can't complain about the result though. But hold on. No, it's not. No, it can't be that good. Oh, hold on.
People like sex.
It is pretty good.
No, that's great.
You got to trip it on that one.
Great, you guys.
She's right. Okay. The sex is good. I got, but again, we know that sex equals a pregnancy. At some point, somebody's going to get pregnant, you know. And then the thing is, the guys were talking like what Miss Bougie say.
They don't have to. They don't have to. I know somebody in their like mid 40s that him and his wife, they didn't get. They've been married for almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. Like between like closer to 15. But yeah, like 15 years. And out of those 15 years, they only got pregnant, they only had a kid like 8 years ago. They were like 40 something. They got married like not too long after college. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's possible not to have a kid. I asked him how he did it. He just said, "No, I'll pull out." I'm just saying, if you don't want to have a kid, there are ways not to have a kid. So if you do, then you just being irresponsible and you need to take the L.
That's what talking about that.
25 years later,
that's
look like
those are pookie.
If I had a child in 25 years,
I had one in 31 years. I got my tubes tied. But I will say,
but Lady O, that's not a true sentiment to make.
Just stop letting dudes shoot the club up. Just work on it. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you were a dude and the dude not gonna stop when you tell him to stop, or is gonna deliberately do that, like, okay, accidents happen, but if it's an accident and you both know it's an accident, then you gotta just take that L. You just gotta take that L and just be, y'all just gotta hold y'all head down in shame.
It seems like sex comes with consequences. People are getting rid of their consequences.
But I'm just saying, men who have
people are getting rid.
That's the thing. I'm not for. I'm not for deleting children. But if you take a morning after pill or something that just prevents you from getting pregnant in the first place, then I mean that's necessarily not the same thing. So I mean, I'm just saying there are options. The options that I'm talking about do not involve deleting the child. I'm just saying. So there is a middle ground, and I hate when these women always have to go to the extreme. Like, it's the extreme. Like, oh, people are deleting their child. Oh, yeah, it's men that are going around the locker room trying to plan and trying to plot on these women. Like, what pookies are you around? Like, come on, man. Y'all got to stop pushing these pookies off on everybody else. No, we can't help it that's what y'all like.
Of their consequences, like Control, Alt, Delete.
But I'm just saying, men who have something to lose is not talking about getting a woman pregnant. A man who has something to lose.
Then that's the other thing. How can you equate it to a man trapping a woman if just because, like, let's just give the scenario that, the man, he accidentally impregnates a woman, right? And then say, for instance, she gets pregnant and now she wants to delete the baby, right? So now let's say he doesn't want to delete the baby. That doesn't mean that he doesn't, that he was trying to trap her. That just means that he just doesn't believe in deleting the baby. So he's taking accountability. Now, like I said, man, what kind of pookie and ray-rays are y'all dealing with that they sitting around trying to trap y'all and sit y'all down? No, there might be a dude like, oh, she bad, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, man, as much as going on now in today's, I find it very, very hard to believe that there are men that are just willingly signing up for the headache and the stress and financial burden that comes with being the baby daddy to you modern women. Let's just be real. I'm sorry.
Was a high-earning man, a nice man who built himself up in life, is not talking about, I'm gonna sit her down unless he plan on marrying her. Those are pookie bears, okay? So those are the guys who, those are guys who don't care.
So I'll say this.
I had a whole strategy. I would make sure I pinch the tip of the condom once I come in it, then take it, rinse it off, clean it to make sure that nothing was leaking out, put it in my pocket and dispose of it outside of her place.
Now, why did he
Okay,
have
well,
to do that?
guys, can y'all have a little more control over y'all peen as well?
No. It was consensual. It was consensual. Why should he have to deprive himself if she's consenting to it? If they both live in that lifestyle, it's one thing if you're gonna completely abstain. But I mean, if she's consensual, you just gonna gloss over the fact of why he had to do that, right? Do y'all remember that report that came out about Drake in the hotel room with the hot sauce? He was putting hot sauce, and the girl tried to sue him. The girl tried to say, but yeah, essentially, this is the thing where these women will go, like with these athletes and celebrities and these high value men, these high income earning men. They will go in the trash can and take their condoms out of the trash and then manually insert it into them in the attempts to conceive a child by them. And you want to talk about men trapping women? Get out of here.
I do want to say that. I know y'all be wanting the smacks and all that stuff, but I'm just saying, because y'all know at some point, some girl may just get pregnant by you at some point.
And that's true. She's right. She's right. That's true.
I'm just saying, y'all pull-out games can't be that strong if all these women are having these ABs.
It can.
My pull-out game, Hercules.
Yeah, it can. But I'm not saying that's a method that you should practice. You should probably take precautions, right? If you must do, we get it. But you kind of should be proactive rather than reactive, right? Yeah. You know, a lot of these methods, when you are retroactive, you probably shouldn't do, because you're putting your body at a great risk every time, right? A lot of these pills that you're doing, it's ruining your hormones. There's so many side effects from these things that people don't really talk about. The plan C is just not where you should be doing at all. But that's not for me to say, I guess. But and even the plan B, it's dangerous. It's not good for your body. And when you want to actually have children, if that's what you want to do later on, then you are lessening your chances every day, right? Especially if you're one of the people who wants to wait later on in life.
Yeah,
all of it
The childbirth is dangerous too.
Having a baby is dangerous. That's why you don't do it for anybody. That's why you don't have a baby. Nobody know any kid.
I don't know. I just say take care of your body. I have mine mighty natural, and ain't nothing happened to me.
I wanted to address the stealthing, right? And I've talked to several. I talked to several women about the whole stealthing thing, right? And you know what I tell these women? That was the dudes you wasn't supposed to be sleeping with in the first place. Most of the time, it's when women are punching down, and they generally don't. Women don't generally punch outside of their weight class. But when they are punching down, when they dealing with one of these Pookies, Ray Rays, them dudes is definitely trying to sit her down, because he know he don't have no business being with that woman in the first place. And if he know it,
right,
you should know it.
That's facts. Ain't no man sitting up here talking about, oh, I'm trying to put in a plot. Ain't no successful man finna talk like that. It's a man that might be like, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind having a kid by her, but that's not the same thing as sitting there plotting, trying to sit her down. Oh, she fine, I'm gonna sit her down. That's Pookie and Ray Ray behavior. And if like, what did I say at the beginning? That woman is a Pookie picker. Nobody, you can tell.
Two, you should know you ain't supposed to lie with that man. You trying to get your rocks off, and I get it. But when you doing with guys like that, he's going to be the one to stealth you. He's going to be the one to try to do it. And many women told me it happened. And every single time, it's always a dude who is irresponsible, already got a whole bunch of baby mothers, and they be all right too. Like women he probably should have never had his hands on. But he'll catch you on some rebound. He know how to slide in whenever your boyfriend ain't doing something right. And they're predators pretty much. So,
and they fall for it.
When we really think about it,
facts.
If you're going to be practicing premarital sex, then you have to be extra responsible about it, because it's your life, his life, and a child's life.
Yeah.
And
he's absolutely right. I'm not going to lie to you. He's absolutely right, because at the end of the day, the end of the day, that's some bottom of the barrels. I ain't never had no conversation with no guy in real life that's sitting there talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna trap her. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a baby by her. She too fine. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do like that. No, they might be like, oh yeah, I want to smash. Yeah, they want to hit. They want to get their rocks off. Ain't nobody sitting there trying to talk about, oh, I want to sit her and trap her. That is not a dominant situation. So it's like, why are you even bringing that up? We know for a fact that women are more likely to trap men than men are to trap women. That is some bottom of the barrel behavior. And if you're choosing to deal with bottom of the barrel, then you have to accept what comes with it. That's just like a dude that's just like a man that's a millionaire messing with a woman that's a user and a leech. Of course, you can't get mad when she's using and leeching, right? Right? I'm just saying, and like it just all goes back to, at the end of the day, just everybody wants to hold men accountable, but nobody wants to hold women accountable. Nobody wants to hold women accountable, because at the end of the day, it's the truth. It's the truth. The sex part goes on both ends, but if the woman doesn't give you access to her body, then you can't. Okay. Extreme circumstances aside, you do not have access to that woman's body, so the act can't happen. But if they choose to do it, then you, at the very least, be responsible, and that's what most of y'all just proven extreme inability to do, and that's the truth. And then you mad at the world because everything ain't going your way. Take accountability. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell notification so that you get notified when I drop a new video. I'm JayyRedd Unfiltered. Make sure you like and subscribe. I just said that. I'm JayyRedd Unfiltered. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and get notified when I drop a new video. And I am signing out.